Hello everyone. So in this video, we will talk about types of sentences according to structure. So this might be a part of a bigger series or a playlist on YouTube, which is it's talking about how to write a report in general. But this video will focus mainly on how to make a sentence, how to write or alter the way you write a sentence. Of course, you know that in IELTS or maybe in TOEFL or in any exercise you will be given, we need you to write or to alter the sentence structure. And actually, might be some of us who don't know how exactly we can alter the sentence structure. And this is why I'm making this video. It's very quick, very easy, and very short. It talks about how to make this in a very simple way, and it will show you the differences between the different types of sentence structure. It's very easy, so follow up. Let's see what are the four types of sentence structure. Let us first light this laser point and let's see. So we have four types of sentence structure. We have the simple sentence, compound, complex, compound, complex. Although these might be very complicated names and they look like they are much more difficult than they really are in reality, but you will benefit a lot from understanding each one of them. A lot of people who are actually maybe doctors or engineers who try to apply for like a scholarship or something are asked or required to get a 7.5 in the IELTS exam, including to get a score more than like 7 plus in writing. And the most difficult thing they face is how to write an essay. And when they write their essay, they make no grammar mistakes most of the times. They make no spelling mistakes. The tenses are correct. The vocabulary are different and variant. But the most problematic thing they face is that they get a low score. And this is actually because they don't alter the way they make sentences. Most of their sentences are simple, but they don't use compound or compound complex sentence. And this is what we are going to introduce here in this lesson. It's very easy, so let's continue. So the first one is a simple sentence, the usual one, the most usual way to write a sentence. A simple sentence is actually like a one independent clause. So independent, this word independent clause means it contains a subject and a verb, and it can stand alone. It can be understood without the need for another sentence or for another clause next to it. So if I told you, for example, she enjoys reading and I like to read a lot, both of these sentences are very, very clear and you can understand them without the need to add any other details. So when I say to you, she enjoys reading, or maybe when I say to you, she enjoys reading and, for example, and watching TV, in both sentences, you can understand everything without the need to more clarification. So this sentence is called independent sentence. An independent sentence is a sentence that can stand alone and you can understand it without the need for another sentence to complete it. So you will not understand this fully unless you know or you understand what is a compound sentence. A compound sentence is different a little bit. The compound sentence has two independent clauses. So this means both the sentences here, both of them can stand alone, but they are combined with something called the coordinating conjunction. This seems a little bit academic and complicated, but believe me, it's very easy. You see this word and, you see this but. These are called coordinating conjunctions. They are also called linkers. So when you link two sentences together, this is called a compound sentence. And you, in your writing, in any professional writing, you must use different structures of sentence. So you can't just use one simple sentence all the time. Sometimes you will have to combine two independent clauses like these ones to make a bigger sentence and to make a compound sentence. So we use a coordinating conjunction, and the conjunctions, all of them, or the linkers, the words that connect the sentences together, will be fully explained in the next video. So now we are just focusing on what are the types and how they look when you write. But next to that, we will know how to use them, how to use these conjunctions to make these different kinds, because each conjunction will make a different kind of sentence. So the coordinating conjunctions just make a compound sentence. Like here, she enjoys reading and she writes stories. She likes going to work, but today she's tired. So both of these sentences are actually compound. Two different ideas, two fully different ideas, and complete also are combined together. But in case we put this and without a new subject or without writing the subject again, we will be just like combining two verbs, combining two nouns. This will not be considered, of course, a compound sentence. Only when you compound two different ideas, two complete sentences, you can consider them compound sentences. But in the case you said she enjoys reading and writes stories, this is not a compound sentence because the subject is omitted. So the second sentence should depend on the first one. And in that case, it will not be a compound sentence. You just combine two verbs. And this doesn't make a full, complete compound sentence. So you need two sentences, two independent. Each one of them can stand alone, like here, she writes stories and she enjoys reading, to be able to say, I wrote a compound sentence. Now let's see number three, the complex sentence. In that condition, a complex sentence is actually an independent clause with a dependent clause. And now you have to differentiate between both of these. An independent clause is just like we have just seen here, like this. She enjoys reading, she writes stories. These are called independent sentences. But when you write a dependent sentence, you will notice that it cannot stand alone. Let's see that here. Because she enjoys reading, she buys many books. So I want you to decide now which one of them, which one of these two sentences or two clauses can stand alone and which cannot. If you looked here, she buys many books. Well, this is a full, complete idea. You can understand it, but here, because she enjoys reading, you can't stop. You can't remove this comma and put a full stop because this is not a complete idea. So to understand this sentence, you need the second one. That's why we call this one a dependent clause, which means it depends on the next sentence to be a full idea or to be understood. To make a complex sentence, you need a subordinating conjunction. And you're going to ask me now, what is the meaning of a subordinating conjunction? These are called the subordinating conjunction, and still they are different from the ones here. Look, when we talked here, we said we need a coordinating conjunction. We will study them in detail, but look here, and but could be just like called coordinating conjunctions. But the subordinating ones are ones that support just like a sentence, or they come only with a dependent clause, like because, although these are subordinating conjunctions and they are a part of making a complex sentence. So now we took three of them. Also, worth noting to say that when we use a relative pronoun like this one, it's also a part of making a compound sentence. So a relative pronoun could be responsible for making a complex sentence too. So these are three types of sentence. Now let's see the last one, which is a compound complex sentence. From its name, it looks like very, very complicated, but no, it's very easy also. Why? Because it is the same as a compound and complex sentence, but it gathers both of them. It has a coordinating conjunction like and but, and a subordinating conjunction. So let's see that here. For example, because she enjoys reading, she buys many books and she shares them with her friends. Now, this might be a little bit longer sentence, and at the same time, it has two different linkers, two different conjunctions. It has the word because, which is a subordinating conjunction, and it has a coordinating conjunction. When you have both of them at the same sentence, you make your sentence longer, and at the same time, you make it called a compound complex. Why is that? Because you have a compound sentence and at the same time you have a complex sentence inside each other. So if I say because she enjoys reading, she buys many books and added a full stop, this will be called a complex sentence. But when I joined two full sentences here or two full independent clauses together with and, I made a compound sentence and at the same time it was combined with a complex sentence that had a dependent clause. This part of the sentence can't stand alone and you can't put here a full stop. That's why it is a compound complex sentence. So don't worry if you can't understand this fully now, because at the next video you will have a lot of details about them, and even you will have a lot of exercises that I will let you do by yourself. Now let me test you if you really could understand what I said or not. I want you to answer these 5 questions that I will show you here, and then I want you come back to me after 2 minutes and tell me exactly what could you do, and after that we will review the answers together. Great. So I guess by now you could answer most of them. Let's see now the answers and the explanation for each one. So the first one, she finished her work early and went for a walk. If she finished her work early and went for a walk, can you determine here where are the conjunctions? Excellent. And she finished her work early and went for a walk. Now we have a probability or a possibility that this is a compound sentence. But if you did that, there will be a little mistake because this sentence do not combine two full complete ideas. It just combines two verbs. You see here, finished and went, work early and went for a walk. So the same subject is the one responsible for the two clauses here, and it's not used anymore, used one single time. So this is a simple sentence, not a compound one. Now let's see the second one. Although it was raining, they continued playing outside. Here I used a conjunction. This one is of course known as a subordinating conjunction, which only makes for me the type complex sentence. So if I have an independent clause like this one, they continued playing outside, and I have this one, a dependent clause, although it was raining, then this means I have a complex sentence. Now let's see number 3. I wanted to go to the movies, but my friend preferred staying home. You see here we have different subjects, even if they are unique, even if they are just like identical, but both of them came here or mentioned here. This will be a compound sentence because it combines two full ideas, two full independent clauses. I wanted to go to the movies, but my friend preferred staying home. So this is a compound sentence. Now let's see number 4. Since she studied hard, she passed the exam and she celebrated with her friends. Since is equal to because. Because she studied hard, she passed the exam and she celebrated with her friends. Now we can see that we have this word here and we have this word here. So we have two conjunctions. One of them is a subordinating conjunction and one of them is a compound conjunction. And in both there is a subject. So this one is a compound complex sentence. It has sense. She studied hard, which is a dependent sentence. It can't stand alone. And she passed the exam. This is an independent. This one also, she celebrated with her friends, also independent. So we have two independent clauses, one dependent clause. That's why this sentence is a compound complex sentence. Now let's see the last one. The manager, who was very experienced, gave the team valuable advice. Who is a relative pronoun, and it is an additional clause that comes between an independent clause. We could just like put this one, the manager gave the team valuable advice without even the need to put this just additional clause. That's why this sentence is called a complex sentence because it uses a relative pronoun. It introduces a dependent clause which cannot stand alone. When I say who was very experienced, this is not a complete sentence. You can't just like put it and use a full stop after it. So this is a complex sentence. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I hope you liked the video. Tell me in the comments if you have any questions and I will help you with any resources or explanation you need. Thank you a lot.